Okay, everything's all set. Once again, I got everything on placement. I can see why this is important to you, Skeleton Man. You got all the hard work going into it. You are a worthy opponent. Well, isn't that nice? At least you have some sense of respect. This battle is only going to get harder for you as time goes on. Especially when I've got all the makes. Understand this. You got lucky. But even then, it won't change much. Well, let's find out if that's true. Now I'll show you exactly what I can do for myself. First, I'll activate the effect of my junk converter from my hand. And with it, I will discard it along with my jet synchron. And once again, I will summon out this monster. And I'll choose Junk Synchron. Oh boy, here we go again. Don't get too tired out of me, lad. After all, you're the one who wanted to make this recording in the first place. But I digress. I have a victory to maintain. And with that movement, I shall now summon this Junk Synchron. And with this move in place, I'll use it to summon a junk converter to my field. And just like the previous duel, I'll use the bolt to synchro summon my top dog, Junk Speeder. Before Junk Speeder activates, I can use the effect of my junk converter to bring back my jet synchron. And now it's time for ye to understand the truth of this deck. It's stronger than it looks, so I'll summon Wheel Synchron, Stardust Synchron, Revolution Synchron. And let's see, do I want to bring out my junk synchron again? No. This'll work. Satellite Synchron. That deck also has Satellite Synchron? We had that one too? It's not always form-fitting for me to believe in such strength. But I hold my own lineage when it comes to strength. And my Stardust Synchron has a move all on his own, so let's not forget him. Using the Stardust Synchron, I can now use its ability to add a card from my deck with Stardust Dragon featured in its text. And we all know that already. So I'm choosing Synchro Fellowship. You got off easy before, Yusei, because I couldn't even utilize Effect Veiler properly. But believe me when I say that there isn't going to be much hope for you in this particular battle. How's that? Seriously? Stay on top. Jeez. Over. Alright, come on. Sorry. Regardless. I might as well add it. I'll now activate the spell card, the Synchro Fellowship. Using its effect, I will discard a card after I pick up the next few. So, to make this workable, I'll now use it to fetch one Junk Synchron from my deck, along with a monster that actually has Junk Warrior featured. And how's that gonna help you? Let's see what I will use it with. What can I use? What will I take this time? That's not even a question. I'll use it for Anchor Bolt Hedgehog. You know, for somebody who is cynical with this sort of thing, you're not making it sensible for yourself. But that's where you're wrong, mate. If I could play Ultimaya Zoken in this deck. I'm aware of that monster as well. Funniest thing is, I think Crimson Dragon could work on it, if given the chance. But no, I have much better use for that. In this case, I'll discard my Anchor Bolt Hedgehog. Honestly, I've never actually seen this card before. But it sounds like something I'd like to play. I want to use this card. Yeah, then I guess you're just gonna have to wait for a moment. Because first, I'm going to make the most of my synchro summoning, especially given my strength and power. Now then, I'll continue my little rampage by using Revolution Synchron and my Junk Speeder in order to link summon a monster. And you know who it is. Stardust Dragon! He has that monster in play? But why? Don't be so surprised, Yusei. You can learn a lot more about this. Now I'll activate the tuning from my hand. Using its effect, I can add Craft Synchron to my hand. But, of course, I have to dump a card from the top of my deck. So far, he's only been able to summon out one card. What could it mean? Are you really implying that I don't have any chances? Now, the card I sent to the graveyard was Junk Converter. But don't worry, you might get to see him sooner or later. How fitting would it be that I could actually pull this off? But with Stardust Synchron here and Stardust Dragon, I'll use the both of them. I'll use those two monsters in order to synchro summon my Crimson Dragon. No way! Now I'll use its ability to also draw out the card from my deck, the Synchro Rumble. With my Crimson Dragon here and about, any card is not out of my reach. Oh, I would have figured he would have summoned anything else. You'll see soon enough just what I can do, Yusei. You wouldn't have to believe it if I told you. But I'm not without purpose in this war. You see, my Crimson Dragon is suitable for one other detail. And using this monster can definitely live up the hype. Huh? But how are you able to summon it? You can't necessarily summon it. Right? Why don't I just show you first? First, I'll use Crimson Dragon as the target for my spell card, the Synchro Friendship. Synchro Fellowship allows me to banish it from the graveyard and target a Synchro monster I control. And, with that move done, its level is reduced by 1. However, this lets me summon a Synchron monster this turn. And fortunately, I happen to have one right in front of me. So, what should I summon now? Right. Oh no. Wait, how many of those other monsters are there? You'll see, I normal summon the Junk Synchron to the field. Of course. What will you summon now? Now I'll bring back the Quillbolt Hedgehog that I ended up getting rid of. Its effects are negated, but it's perfect for what I'm gonna do next. I'll use Junk Synchron and my Anchor Bolt Hedgehog to synchro summon the Junk Warrior! Whoa! Look at him! With this card, it also gains attack equal to the total attack of all level 2 or lower monsters I control. My Satellite Synchron has 700, and my Jet Synchron has 500, so it gains an additional 1200 attack points. So 3500. But don't worry about him, of course. He won't be alone for long. What? What are you gonna try to summon now? That's an interesting question. In all honesty, I hadn't thought it all the way through. So Yugioh, I mean, this is fascinating and everything, but I don't think you're gonna be able to pull off another move like that. I think you might have to be careful a little bit, because now I activate the spell card Synchro Rumble. You remember this card. It was featured in your Blue Eyes deck. Oh. Really? Exact. So I'll use it to summon Junk Synchron back. And now that Junk Synchron is out in full force, I'll make the most of my turn. With it, I'll use Junk Warrior and Junk Synchron together. I told you he wouldn't last. I summon forth a new monster. One that will ultimately be impossible to beat. What is it gonna be? Get ready. I call on thee, Fist of the Junk. Rise up from the trashy remains and show the world what you're capable of. Rise! Synchro Summon! Junk Warrior Extreme! Well, how entertaining is that? Isn't it so obvious how powerful my deck truly is? I don't believe it. You're able to summon the monsters so easily. It's nice, isn't it? The power of my Junk Warrior Extreme is quite dangerous, and this can let me summon any amount of level 2 monsters from my graveyard. But the question is, which one of my monsters is gonna come back from the grave? Of course, if I decide to do that, I can only special summon one more time this turn. Kind of a bad pointing ground, but I suppose it can't be helped to me. Well, I mean, what can you even do? I don't know. Like I said, this deck is not completely invincible. But I suppose it's nothing compared to the real problems you're gonna face soon enough. But you've already used Stardust Dragon, right? You are correct. But even that won't change anything. I mean, it kinda does. Either way, I'll have my own odds figured out for the moment. But even then... with my monster intact, let's see what I can do. This just gets worse and worse. Either way, I have my monsters all set. I'll set one card face down, and I'll keep Crimson Dragon out, and I end my turn. Now time. Alright, Yusei, go ahead and take care of this guy. You got it. Huh. Honestly, this could work. What am I saying? I don't have anything to make this work. Unless... yeah, that could help. Alright then, I normal summoned Stardust Synchron to the field. And now I'll activate its ability. Interesting. Fine, I'll allow it. I'm gonna need everything else that I got. So the card I'm gonna choose is the Arrive in Light. And I thought my jokes were good. Nothing. You'll understand sooner rather than later that your own victory cannot stand out to you. Don't be so sure about that. I activate the arriving light. First, I'll activate the spell card, 1 for 1. This will send away my quick draw synchron from my hand, allowing me to special summon a level 1 monster from my deck. How thoughtful. But what monster do you think you're going to use this time? I mean, I only have 1 level 1 monster to work with.
Tuning ware.
Ah. So that's your gimmick. Well, even assuming you have any means to get around my warrior stream. Well, guess we're just gonna have to find out, aren't we?
So we are. Alright, tuning ware, Stardust Synchron, tune together and summon forth. I'll just put that to the bottom of the deck. Sorry, I forgot to get him out of there. Junk Spear!
And now we'll use his effect too. You're not going to get it this time. I activate the effect of my effects bailer. What? Your key ways cannot save you this time.
Well, luckily for me, I can draw 1 card, thanks to my tuning ware.
Well, as nice as it is for understanding any circumstance, I just don't think you're gonna have what it takes to hold me off this time.
That's right. I don't have the means to summon any other monsters out. At least not with this turn. But even then, I can't even use it. Activate the effect of Arriving Light.
I'll choose my Converging Will's Dragon.
Sorry, Shining Star. I took care of him earlier instead of my quick draw synchro.
Folks, this is not a perfect series. A foolish thought, but you're still not going to be able to get past me, especially since I have my own face time. Do I have my own Arriving Light in my deck? Probably not. But this won't change anything. Still. Now, I'll show you the truth. Try to summon anything, I dare you. Well, I suppose it can't be helped, right? What can I even do? If I could synchro summon now, it wouldn't be useful. What can I actually do? I don't even have the Zulkin in my deck now. If I try to summon it now, it won't work anyway. Alright then. I'll send Satellite Synchron to the graveyard. And using its effect, or rather just getting rid of it, I can special summon Quick Draw Synchron to the field. It's all for now, honestly. Such a foolish transaction. My turn. Well, I think it's time to introduce a brand new monster to the field. Why don't I go ahead and show you myself? I'll summon Full Speed Warrior. Okay, that is not good. No, it isn't. With this card, now I can add a Junk Synchron or a Spell or Trap card that features Junk Warrior. So I'll use it to fetch one-way Synchro. But actions speak louder than words, mate. Still not enough to get around me, though. You still don't have the means to summon Stardust Dragon. I don't need to summon Stardust Dragon. At least not in this case. No, I've got another way to handle you. So, in order for me to Synchro Summon now, my Scrap Synchron has more than enough capabilities to do so. So, I'll use my full Speed Warrior as well as the Scrap Synchron from my hand. Wait, it can be used in your hand as a Synchro Summon? You're catching on quick. I'll use it to summon the Scrap Warrior. This can't be. Oh, it be, mate. It be. It's nice to know that you're already starting to lose even more control than before. This isn't right. But thanks to your Synchro Summon, I can draw one card. And next, since I drew it, I can bring out Converging Will's Dragon. How thoughtful. Too bad you're not gonna last long enough to realize it. Scrap Warrior. Tune with my wheels Synchron. Where are you? This time, I'm afraid you're not gonna get that far with me. I summon Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon! What? Now who's the one in charge of this fight? I don't believe this. He could summon him? Man. I never imagined he could actually summon that. With the power of my Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon, I can use its effect to special summon a level 2 or lower tuner monster from my graveyard. So, even by all natural instinct, I'll bring back my effect Veiler. You know, Junk Speeder could have destroyed Crimson Dragon. He would have. Drone Speeder, quick, attack Crimson Dragon! It wouldn't have worked. I used the effect of my Synchro Rumble from the grave to protect it. No! Nice try, grandmother. But I'll say this to you. You definitely stand out more than most duelists ever would. But even then, I can finish you all the same. It's such a shame, really. But even then, you have no way of holding me out. Well, you still don't have enough attack power to finish me. No, but I'm going to switch my Satellite Synchron to attack and set this card face down. Now then, as boring as this was going to be, I can accept it already. Junk Warrior Extreme, take out the Junk Speeder. Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon, take out his Quick Draw Synchro. Finally, Satellite Synchron, take out his Will's Dragon. I am. I hope to stop it? I don't have anything in my deck that can hold it. Still, this is better than nothing. I activate Desynchro to get rid of the Junk Warrior Extreme. Ah! Unbelievable. Well, so much for that. But that's all I have. I'll mend my turn. Such a shame.
It's a waste, really. But what can I say? Now then, what to do with the rest of the I'll activate the trap card. One-way synchro. This card allows me to choose a level 1 tuner from my deck or graveyard and either add it to my hand or special summon it. So, where shall I get it from? Shall I get it from my deck or shall I get it from my graveyard? I think this will work. I'll add another effect veiler to my hand. What? So now even if you try to summon anything else, you'll still take a beating. Well, this is not exactly going the way we're hoping to see. I don't think. You're still forgetting one other thing, mate. I have another monster to play. I'll sacrifice my effect veiler so I can use it to get back the Stardust Synchron that I have in my grave. He's back again. Switch my Jet Synchron to attack. And now, because a monster was special summoned from my graveyard, I'll summon my Doppel Warrior to the field. What can you hope to do, lad? You're not gonna get through it that easily. All 5 monsters attack his life points directly. Jet Synchron? Satellite Synchron attack. Stardust Synchron. Doppel Warrior. Finally, Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon. Lucky break. Just 900 life points left. I'm not sure how you were able to survive this one, but I doubt you'll be able to pull away again. Such a shame. My turn. Such a waste. Excel Synchro. Attack his life points. Looks like I'll be taking the victory in this one. I'll figure out a way to get around you again. I'm gonna take the first move in the next duel. But will you be able to back that talk up, mate? Sooner or later, every duelist falls. Alright, last duel. Give it up, boy. You know the truth to it all. Don't you think? I'm gonna try. I'll activate the Synchro Chase spell card. I can really hope to get somewhere with this. I'll discard my Converging Wills Dragon to summon Quick Draw Synchron and end my turn. How nice. But my turn begins. Well, this is useless. I already have it in my hand. Well then. It's time to play the card even you cannot escape. I activate. On your mark. Get set. Duel! This card allows me to now add a Synchron monster from my deck to my hand, provided I don't have any other cards on the field. What? You haven't really realized it yet, but I am far from losing in this war. So, for my own benefit, I shall add the Stardust Synchron to my hand. No way! It's hopeless, you say. You might have some capabilities, but you may have just figured out your losses. Am I truly defeated?
You tried your best, Yusei. But I'll tell you this much. Even I wouldn't have wanted to stand out on you. But besides that now, I won't sacrifice any monsters. I'll normal summon my Stardust Synchron. Using its ability, I will add Synchro Fellowship on my deck to my hand. This is unbelievable. You haven't realized it yet. Your little victory can't save you here. I can't quit now. I think you can, actually. If you do, it would make it easier for yourself. You can't hope to survive anyway, not with your power in play. So much strength in my hands. Now I'll activate the spell card, the Synchro Fellowship. Not only will I get to add Junk Synchron to my hands, but I'll get to add another card as well. So I'll choose the Junk Synchron. And with it, I'll also add Anchor Bullet Hedgehog to my hand as well. My monster is stronger than that of your weakest monster. How fitting. And the signals are already there to make. This won't be working until I get a Synchro going. But in the meantime, I'll add Junk Synchron to my hands and discard my newly gotten Anchor Bolt. Then I'll set one card face down and end my turn. With an attack. Stardust Synchron, take out Quick Junk Synchron. Give it up, boy. I'll play my Synchron Explorer. And I'll use its ability to... Such a distasteful figurement. But fine, go ahead and summon him back. I end my turn. Such a shame. Interesting. If you have a monster with higher attack, clashing souls will be the end of you. Such distasteful positions. But what to summon now? This will be interesting. I'll summon Junk Synchron to my feet, and with it, I can now summon back my Anchor Bolt Hedgehog. Give up, boy. I already have more than my capabilities ready. And with that move already corrected in place, I should just finish you off right now. That would be foolish of me. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll use Junk Synchron in my Anchor Bolt. Forgive me, Yusei. But it's like I've said before. There's a new leader in town with power. So I'll use it to summon my Junk Speeder. No. Yes. Now, using Junk Speeder's effect, I can use its power to summon my Wheel Synchron. Jet Synchron. Satellite Synchron. And the Revolution Synchron. This can't be. It be, my friend. It be. But how? How can I hope to pull this off? You haven't even begun to see the strength that I uphold for myself. Your elaboration is nothing, if not predictable. So, well, maybe not Revolution Synchron, actually, now that I think about it. I'll just summon my classic Junk Synchron to the field. Oh, actually, I can't summon that. Oh well. The Revolution Synchron will work. Regardless now, I think I can make the most of this next move. If I'm able to, that is. I have all my monsters in perfect position. So now even you can't stand a chance against me. I'll use my junk speeder now, as well as my revolution synchro. With those two used, I shall summon the Star Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon! I don't believe it. Believe it, son. Of course, I can't use its ability to synchro summon a level lower tuner from my graveyard, but that's fine by me. That's fine by me. Even that won't protect you for long. I could keep this monster going forever. Wouldn't you say? But I want to beat you with a bit different kind of beast. Now then, Excel Synchro. Go! Attack his Synchron Explorer! I think even you realize you're outclassed with me. Now, Stardust Synchron, take out Quick Draw. What can you hope to do, lad? You're finished. Now I'll use Excel. Time for my second main phase. I'll use Stardust Synchron and my Excel Synchro to summon back Crimson Dragon. Again? I'll use it to fetch my Synchro Rumble. You can't win, you say. I don't understand this. This can't be. Oh, it be, you say. It be. Well, you haven't been able to summon anything else. I can't expect why you would have just gotten rid of that. Well, there's a good reason for that, actually. Now I'll summon this. Behold, Synchro Rumble. Now I'll use the ability to bring back my Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon. Alright. Nice try, Yusei. And now that my Excel Synchro is here, I'll use the Crimson Dragon, bouncing him back, targeting my own Stardust, and summoning him. Come forth, Stardust Dragon! Wait, what was up with that counter? Oh, did I forget to mention? During my standby phase, I can use this card to gain a signal counter. Once there's two, well, you'll just have to find out next turn. I don't believe it. You have no hope on this one, you say. And I can use my card at any given time. But that's always going to be the fun part. I don't believe it. It's your move, you say. You better come up with something stronger. I don't believe it. Alright, I'll set this card face down and activate the Desynchro to get rid of your Stardust Dragon. What? An Excel Synchro? I'll set this card. And I don't think that's gonna work for me. I'm afraid not this time, you say. Don't you see? The decks that you have faced, all three of you have faced. They are all strong enough in their own light. You have already forgotten what it was like to be a duelist yourself, you say. And now I'll banish you for the game for good. Or at the very least, just keep you from getting through.
So now it's time for me to win this fight. So now I activate the effect of my on my mark get set ready duel. Since it now has 2 counters, I can get rid of the counters and send this card to the grave and draw 2 cards. But I must also send a card to the graveyard from my hand. As this thing's no longer useful, I'll discard my scrapyard. This is just so unconventional. I never even thought of this. Well, far be it from me to be the one to take a beating. But I'll show you even greater strength than that. I'll normal summon my Junk's Converter. And with the Scrap Synchron in my hands, I'll use them both in order to Synchro Summon my Scrap Warrior. And this time, he will be in attack mode. I mean, really, what did you think was going to happen? I don't understand. Now my Scrap Warrior activates, allowing me to take a card that features Junk Warrior in my deck and send it to the graveyard this time. So this time, I'm going to send my Crossroads Sonic Chick to the graveyard.
I don't understand. Now the fun continues, and I want to show you the truest capability that this deck has against you.
More properly this time. With Junk Warrior on the field, it works out beautifully. So what's it gonna do? Oh, and by the way, I can't have any effects negated. So I'm afraid you're not going to be able to make use of anything you have face down. And with that done, now then, I'll use my Scrap Warrior and my Wheel Synchron to bring them back again. Come forth! Rise up again! Excel Synchro! No! No way! He brought him back again? Now I'll just have to use my Excel Synchro Dragon. So, I could use its effect, but I got a feeling you have something that'll stop it. And besides, I don't even have to do all that much. So I'm just gonna have you finished off the old-fashioned way. Switch to attack mode, both my monsters. And to give you even more of a fright, I'll banish the Synchro Fellowship in my graveyard and use it on my Excel Synchro Dragon. Now, I can normal summon a monster from my hand. And I'll choose to summon Junk Synchron. Now with Junk Synchron taken care of, he can summon back the Crossroad Chick. I don't believe it. Next, I'll use those 2 cards to Synchro Summon this. The Formula Synchron! No. Trust me, it's far from over, my friend.
I don't understand.
Now I can draw 1 card thanks to Formula Synchron. And man, oh man, do you have a beating. But it's kind of funny now that you think about it. For the grand finale, I'll use Formula Synchron and my Stardust Dragon to summon correctly my Shooting Star Dragon, my Stardust Warrior. What? Finally, I'll summon my Assault Synchro monster. No, I won't do that. I'm just kidding. I have more than enough to finish this duel already. Excel Synchro Stardust and Stardust Warrior, finish him off! No! Ah! No!
Sorry, Yusei. You gave it your best shot, but it seems you have failed. How could I have lost? Well, that was pretty bad. Boy, oh boy. So, yeah, I don't know what to say about that. My Stardust deck ended up losing to the Legendary decks, but that's okay. It's all in the name of fun. At least I hope so. Anyway, so that's it for all 3 Legendary decks, and I got some work to do to fix them both up. Well, all of them up. But regardless, thank you so much for sticking around for this if you got this far. And I know it took a while to go through them all, but hey, I got plenty of time on my hands at this point. Sooner than you think. Anyway, thanks again, and hopefully I'll come around with some more content. Because I'm the guy from the sky with the name of Jersey Angel on the fly. And I'll see you all next time.